Hey guys, welcome back to another dose of the latest and most exciting football news. Get ready to hit the like and subscribe button and let's get the show on the pitch. Arsenal suffered their second consecutive away defeat in the Premier League. In the last 3 fixtures, Arteta's men have picked up only 1 point. Inter Miami fell 2-1 against Atlanta United in the second match in the 2024 MLS Cup Playoffs Round 1 Best-of-3 series. The winner will be determined in the third match. Diego Simeone's youngest son, Giuliano, scored his first goal for Atletico Madrid. He opened the scoring against Las Palmas. Omar Marmoush scored 1 goal and 2 assists during the clash against Bochum. The Eintracht Frankfurt forward has delivered 12 goals and 9 assists in 14 appearances this season. Bournemouth beat Man City for the first time in their history in the Premier League. They managed to get the job done on the 21st attempt. I will not take any Sporting player in January. Ruben Emery assured Ibrahima Konate suffered a shoulder injury during the game against Brighton and Hove Albion. He's in doubt for the squad that will face Bayer Leverkusen. Arsenal, Chelsea, and Real Madrid will compete for 18-year-old Palmeiras Vitor Reis in January. Chelsea are set to sell center-back Beno Abadi-Akili in the winter, and Samarescu does not count on him anymore. Randal Kolomuani intends to leave PSG in the winter in order to get more on-pitch minutes. Galatasaray intend to make Victor Osimhen's loan move permanent. The Yellow Reds are willing to offer £42 million for his services. West Ham United are reportedly considering an offer close to £25 million to secure the signature of Jude Bellingham's younger brother, Jude, who currently represents Sunderland. Manchester City have no plans to let Kevin De Bruyne go as a free agent. The club will offer him a new contract in the near future. For the first time since 1994, Nottingham Forest ended up in the Premier League's top 3 at the end of the 10th round. Ronaldo Ojo has made it clear to Barca's management that he is open to extending his contract. He plans to be a part of Hansi Flick's project. Manchester United have yet to score in the first half at Old Trafford this season. If Real Madrid decide to recruit Trent Alexander-Arnold in January instead of the summer, Liverpool will demand £15 million. Real Madrid are not likely to pay that much for the player. FC Barcelona have scored more goals, 40, in La Liga this season than Real Madrid, 21, and Atletico Madrid, 18, combined. For the first time since 2007, Fiorentina have not conceded a single goal in 4 consecutive away Serie A games. David De Gea started in all the sad games. Antonio Conte has asked Napoli executives to buy Tottenham Hotspur centre-back Radu Dragusin. Adidas have released a new Predator boot collection in collaboration with David Beckham. Inter Miami head coach Gerardo Martino does not want the club to bring in Neymar. He does not see him in the squad. With just 12 points won, this is Manchester United's worst return after 10 games of a league campaign since 1986-87. The legendary Fabio Cannavaro is close to taking charge of Deportivo de la Coruña, who play in the Segunda División. Negotiations are at the final stage. Steven Gerrard was bowed by Al Attifaq fans and urged to resign after suffering a 4th defeat in 6 Saudi Pro League clashes against Al Qadiyah. Thomas Tuchel has been allowed by the Football Association to work remotely from both London and Munich while his contract is in force. Napoli suffered a 0-3 defeat to Atalanta in their first loss in the last 12 matches in all competitions. West Ham United are ready to offer Botafogo £30 million for Brazilian striker Igor Jesus. Alphonso Davies to extend his contract beyond 2025. The chances are there, Bayern sporting director Max Abrel shared. The legendary Mike Lucian has acquired a UEFA certificate in football management. He is undergoing an internship in Nordsjælland FC, the club from Denmark. The goal is to be a LeBron James, that is, to say I played on the same team as my oldest son Lucas, who is currently 14 years old, Andy Carroll stated. Let's have a closer look at the results of yesterday's matchday. What a machine Hansi Flick has built. Barcelona put the Scotland Derby versus Espanyol to bed already in first health, netting 3 goals in 31 minutes. The first one from Olmo was especially gorgeous, as he found the net after Yamal's magical pass. For the second time, 18-year-old right-back Active Ford featured in the starting lineup of Flick's squad and proved to be a great asset with 2 key passes, 2 chances created and 90% passing accuracy. In the last 5 minutes, Ansu Fati came on and went on to score, even though his goal was cancelled due to offside. However, Flick should take notice of this and give the youngster a chance to shine later on. Unfortunately, the battle between Man United and Chelsea did not live up to expectations. The overall performance level was poor from both sides, and only in the 70th minute, the deadlock was finally broken by Bruno Fernandes' accurate spot kick. However, 4 minutes after that, Moises Caicedo equalized with a superb shot from outside the box. We are moving on to Serie A, where Inter were literally 1 step away from losing points against one of the main outsiders of the league. Lautaro opened the scoring, and in the last seconds, Venezia had a chance to level, but fortunately for the Nerazzurri, the goal was cancelled due to a handball. Well, we'd also like to pay special attention to the passionate Turkish football. There was a lot of entertainment in Trabzon, where Fenerbahce outplayed Trabzonspor 3-2 thanks to a goal in the 12th extra minute. Jose Mourinho decided to celebrate in a big way, but ended up slipping and rolling on the lawn. What an icon! Real Madrid legend Marcelo became involved in a rather unpleasant story. During the meeting against the Gremio, Fluminense manager Manu Menezes wanted to sub on Marcelo and began to give him instructions for the rest of the match, only for the latter to tell the coach not to touch him. Menezes pushed the legendary player back to the bench and did not allow him to enter the pitch. Immediately after this incident, Fluminense announced the termination of Marcelo's contract by mutual agreement. As a result, Marcelo became a free agent who will not represent Fluminense at the 2025 FIFA Club World Cup. Ruben Amorim promises that no sporting player will join Manchester United in January, but the same cannot be said for the summer transfer window. According to the source, Amorim has already informed the Man United board of his desire to take Sonko back, Aus main diamond from Lisbon. The Portugal champions value the 20-year-old Ivorian at 17 million. Man United will definitely be looking for a new defender in the summer to replace Johnny Evans and Harry Maguire. It seems that the Al Hilal star Neymar will leave the club next summer and return to his native Santos. At least, this was declared by the club's vice president Osvaldo Nico. Neymar will return to Santos next summer. We are in direct talks with him. Santos are currently enjoying their first ever season in Brazil's Serie B, but they only need to collect 1 point in the final 3 matches of the season in order to return to the top flight. Barcelona are growing anxious over Robert Lewandowski's age, so the club is considering acquiring a forward to compete with the 36-year-old Pole in the near future. At the moment, the club's choice falls on Sporting star Victor Gyökeres. Barcelona do realize that it might be too expensive to buy the Swedish top scorer directly, so they will offer Sporting to take Vitor Roque as part of a swap deal. The Portugal Giants were keen on the Brazilian last summer, but he chose to go on loan to Real Betis. It seems that Real Madrid are on the verge of making some very significant changes. According to Fichages, the club recently offered a new contract to one of its main stars, Vinicius Jr., but he refused. The Brazilian got tired of incidents of racism in Spain and seriously considered leaving the country to go to Saudi Arabia. His current deal with the Whites expires in the summer of 2027. If Vinicius eventually decides to leave the club, Florentino Perez has a clear intention to acquire Man City superstar Erling Haaland. Blancos are able to pay €200 million for the signature of the Norwegian cyborg. That said, Erling is still expected to spend the next season at Manchester City. Guys, please support the video with your likes and subscribe, and have a great time watching. Enjoy!